Yeah, how's it going today? 7th of March, Thursday, and we are taking a look at the market and what kind of opportunities are available there. In this video, we need to reach out to a number of perhaps even governments just because of the sum of money and how much it can cost, right? When it comes to smaller nuclear SMRs, right? That would be small modular reactors, right? SMRs, right? We can reach out to a number of governments. We can reach out to European. We can reach out to Japan and perhaps the UK. UK might be progressing right within phases, right? Not necessarily the UK is interested as of now onboarding new companies. Things can happen, right? Which is great, right? I think if you would ask me, we should have 10. If you would ask me, right, based on demand of energy and security, when it comes to production of energy, right, it should. It's not necessarily it's something that they're interested in, which is great. Let's progress to perhaps Europe and Japan. Why not, right? This is what we're gonna do within this video. We're gonna chat to some people and let's take a look at UK. If we can do anything within UK, perhaps then would be some of the opportunities within some of the Japanese companies coming into UK. Execute some of those contracts as well as Europe and what Europe is doing. I don't know who's overseeing what's happening in Europe, but I have managed to find some information there. With regards to UK, right, small modular reactors, so I managed to find some work that was published, right, but it dates back to 2016. So perhaps this opportunity might be gone. But and there is a contact information, and I have reached out to this organization, but perhaps there is a department, right? Department comes in, 5 or 6, 10 perhaps people, right, and they would oversee the entire process, and we would go and run with those companies and guide those companies through the process, right? Perhaps, as well as I have tried different ways of reaching out. Perhaps there might be different opportunities, right? That's UK. Let's close UK, progress to perhaps Europe. Let's take a look at Europe. Let's take a look at Europe, right? So it would be article that was published last month. So perhaps Europe, they might be looking to do similar, not the same things within Europe. So if that opportunity is gone, there's a new one in 5 minutes, 5 to 15 minutes. There's a new one. That's just live, right? Let's take a look at what's happening in Europe, right? In the announcement, Commission to ally with industry on small modular reactors. Great. Let's try to understand it. It might be a case, right? It's just because of industry and it might be pressurized gas, all those kind of things, right? So it might be a lot of concerns within the industry. So this opportunity might be invitations only, so to say, right? And within UK and other parts might be invitations only. So I don't know all these details, so I'm looking to understand perhaps if at some point I will stop sharing information with regards to this, perhaps I would need to sign some documents, right? But either way, let's forget. The European Commission is establishing a new European Industrial Alliance aiming to accelerate the development, demonstration, and deployment of small modular reactors in Europe by early 2030s. Following up on the week's Commission securing a future European 2040 climate target and path to climate neutrality by 2050, building a sustainable, just as prosperous society, right? For people who understand what's happening in Europe as of now, I think in Germany there isn't any, right? So I think they closing down. Last one was closed. I think at least it was scheduled to close last year. The last nuclear power plant within Germany. I don't know where Germany is getting its energy from. I don't know. So perhaps there might be some opportunities there, but I don't know what's happening in Europe to be honest. Perhaps there should be some opportunities. Perhaps if not in Germany, perhaps in France, Spain, other parts of Europe should consider those opportunities. But I guess it might be determined on the price, all those kind of things, right? If I can, I'll try to chat to the team, see if it's invitations only. Can I take part? If not, let's progress to Japan. I was considering reaching out to Hitachi and see how we can potentially all work together in partnership. I don't know. I think they are making it very hard to reach out to them, so it's a waste of time. I won't be spending 10 15 minutes looking how to reach out to these people. Waste of everyone's time. If I have to bring more people's attention in way of developing your own technologies, right? So that would be within Scotland. It might be very important. It's something I was taking a look at parliamentary hearing recently, and they have highlighted very important points. What I believe is very important points within Scotland, right? Let's bring it attention to what they are doing, right? Let's close the city on that, right? It's just because I have just hour ago or so received email back from them that they're interested in working together, so I can bring more attention to some of those organizations in Scotland, where you can potentially carry out some of that work when it comes to developing some of those technologies. I was taking a look at governments, what governments are looking to do, so perhaps we can work in partnership with Scotland instead, right? Briefly, right, if for mass majority of people, so then we are taking a look at massive contracts when it comes to developing on some of those technologies, right? Where to begin? That would be summary of today's meetings, right? And all the what I'm covering within this videos, right? That most likely, most majority of people, that really some of those contracts and sizes of those contracts, you would need to have necessary systems in place, right? Before you can do any of that, perhaps if you are based within Scotland, but there are a lot of opportunities, not necessarily needs to be limited with those. Let's touch on that and close the city on that, right? That would be a center, that would be net zero TC, and where I'm taking a look at where they can help you and assist you when it comes to doing some of those or closing some of those projects, right? And I would be taking a look at technology development, technology services, and startup accelerator. And it seems that the team got active, right? Since I have received a response from them, so perhaps we can do something together. Let's close this video on that. Thanks for watching. See you next one.